daily life of a high school dropout, building a business to save his family before they die. I decided to drop out when I was 16. I remember it was midnight. My dad was sleeping on the couch. Doctors said he was supposed to be dead already. He was going through addiction, a failing business, health issues, and a lot of pain. This story is about how pain gave me the motivation to build a business and save my family. How I completely failed and why failing over and over again made my dreams come true. It's 1 AM. I don't think my dad is going to survive. I was next to the couch, trying to figure out if he was still breathing. The first step of building a business to save my family wasn't getting money or trying to learn. It was looking for CPR tutorials on my phone. Trying to do something for the first time. What is a kid supposed to do when they see their mom crying? Or when their father is dying in front of their eyes? It's 2 o'clock now. I realize my family doesn't have a backup. Dad will die and all I knew was how to sit in a class for hours. Getting a degree will take me years. And as far as I knew at that time, my dad could be dead in just a few hours. Making a choice was actually easy. It hits 3 o'clock, so I grab my phone. I send a message to my teacher. I'm not going to class tomorrow. I'm dropping out, and I will save my family. I'm starting to fall asleep now, but I had a question. Do they even deserve me to try? All of the pain that I've gone through, isn't it because of them? I'm supposed to hate my family. It would be a lot easier if they were just evil, being able to hate them, but I swear they're not. If my pain is their fault, what about theirs? Is it anyone's fault? I can't hate them for being born in this world. I don't hate them. I hate their problems, their illness. I hate this story. I wanted to cry, but I told myself not to feel so many times. I finally fall asleep, with a plan in my head, while asking God to please let me cry again one day. 7 AM, 9, 3 PM. It doesn't matter, I have to wake up. I'm finally out of bed, so here's the plan. My dad has been making furniture for decades, but he never taught me how to do it. He wanted me to study. So, if I want to do anything, I have to teach myself. I took an old computer and decided I wanted to learn design. Before I got any clients, I have to practice. My first design was my own bedroom. After that, I was ready to take my first client, my dad, but it failed completely. Sure, I wanted to help you, but how am I going to make money? I'm not going to charge my dad. So what now? I already dropped out and I don't have any way to make money. I was really about to give up. It's very scary to work with other people, but I gave it a try. After a few weeks of practice, I made a Facebook post, and I got my first client. This was the start of my $1 million business. But he didn't pay much, which is okay. I just have to try again. I got a few more clients. Carpenters, interior designers, a guy with a laser cut furniture set. Again, they didn't pay much, but I was fine. Until some of them didn't pay anything. It was my third failure. I needed money to buy a new computer and to support my family. So I didn't give up. I practiced more and I made another post. This time, I was 16 years old and I was working with architects. I don't even know if that was legal, but it was the best feeling ever. A few months after starting all of this, I bought my first computer, the same I will be using a few years later, on my own business, working with multi-billionaire companies. But let's go back. Guess what? I got scammed by an architect. So, it was a failure again. Not enough money to support my family. And I had no way of making sure my clients would pay. I made a smart decision to not give a shit. Every time I failed, I was getting better. That's what I told myself for over 4 years. Between failing to design a sofa, to being the face of multi-billionaire companies, all I had to do to make my dreams come true was fail and try again. That's when I discovered game development. If I didn't drop out, I would have no chances of ever working outside of my country. But you can make video games from anywhere. It was just a hobby so I could practice design. But I was finally working internationally. When I had enough experience, I applied to my first job. 1 year, and all of that money went to my family. I was going to start a video game company. The key to save my family. But it failed. Over and over again for 2 years. The first company closed. Then my father told me he only had 2 years left to live. I didn't cry or feel sad. 2 years was a lot of time compared to the hours I thought he had when I saw him on the couch. I knew it was another chance to try again. I got another job, and 1 year later, the company decided to... I lost my job again. 1 week later, I found my dad on the floor. His eyes were open. He looked scared. He was struggling to breathe, fighting for his life. We lost him for a minute. But for some reason, He woke up. Life gave us another chance, but we don't even know what we're doing. This time, I didn't want to try again. I think I've been sitting on a desk for almost 5 years now. I don't know who I am anymore. My dad had another stroke. I spent entire days waiting for another scream, ready to catch him in case he falls to the floor. It was the worst week of my life. He was starting to get better, but one night, he didn't get home. He was sent to rehab to spend a few months in there. He was going to be okay as they took care of him, or at least that's what I thought. Eventually, I tried to save my family again. It was not about motivation. I didn't have passion or discipline anymore. Not only I had to save them, but I had to save myself. Against everything I thought and for no reason, I tried again. Sometimes when you're lost, your only option is to close your eyes and take a step. And I've been doing that for years. Cause I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but that's what got me so far. I tried working with an old client again, getting money to save my business. I spent my 20th birthday working alone in my room. I had to make it work this time, but after a few weeks, I couldn't make it. My dad got back from rehab. I really thought they were taking care of him, but they were killing him, eating rotten food and going to the bathroom in a bucket. We had to get him out of there. When I saw him for the first time, I had nothing to give. I thought I was going to save him, get him some rest. That he was getting home and not worrying about paying any debt, asking for money to buy food or buying school supplies for my sister. I tried to give him the stars, but all I had were my burnt hands. I thought he was going to be disappointed, but for no reason, he took them and said, "Let's try again."